is known as moment of force. Along with that, we are also going to study about its formula, SI unit, the different kinds of applications. That means when we are talking about specifically certain instruments or certain devices which are man-made, and where Allah Ta'ala has actually placed this particular moment of force in your body as well. Right? So we are going to discuss about daily life applications. Along with that, you will also be receiving one of the worksheet, and in that worksheet we will be doing a few questions. Alright, thank you. We are going to start off with moment of force. That is our end in mind today. Along with that, we are also going to look into its SI unit and formula. Also the application of formula. And thirdly, we will be discussing about daily life applications of moment of force. Now, today is 15th of November, moment of force. So when we are talking about moment of force, before that, I want you to observe this. Right now you are observing this object. I am keeping it right here. I am applying some amount of force. What is the effect of force you are observing here? It starts to, very nice, starts to move. Similarly, you are observing this object right here in my hand. It is a ruler. And this end, this free end, I am applying some amount of force. What is the effect you are observing here? Turning effect. Exactly. When we are talking about turning effect of a force, it is actually moment of force. And for that matter, since you have observed that I have applied what? Some amount of force right here, and based on this, you are observing that it is producing a turning effect. So, my question to you is, take 30 seconds time, look around yourself in the classroom. Do you observe anything or any instrument or any machine around you that is producing a turning effect of a force? Your time starts now. 30 seconds time. Alright, yes. Yes, your response, Viti? Yes, any response?
Fan.
Fan, movement of the fan because it is producing a turning effect of a force. Yes.
The cap of a bottle.
Very nice. When you're opening the cap of the bottle, wonderful. Yes.
Door hinges.
Okay. No. We are going to look into this in a short while. It is not a door hinge. Rather, it is opening and closing of the door. If you can look into this one. Are you observing this? That it is producing a turning effect of a force? Yes, so opening and closing of the door as well. Okay, let me show you one thing and let's observe. Do you observe a turning effect of a force right here as well as I am applying some amount of force right here in this punching machine? Similarly, you are observing this scissor, right? Turning effect of a force has been produced, right? Okay, along with that, you observe this. You are observing a turning effect of force can be produced here in this whiteboard as well. Now my question to you is that when I am talking about this fixed part or fixed portion right here, what do you call this? Pivot. So pivot is actually a fixed point about which turning effect can be produced. Are we all clear about this?
Yes.
Alright. So if I am going to ask about moment of force depends upon how many physical quantities. Do you have any idea? Yes, number one is your force, and number two,
Perpendicular.
very nice, perpendicular distance. From where? From the pivot. Perpendicular distance from the pivot. Okay. Alright. So, when we are talking about moment of force, how would you write down its formula? Very nice. Moment equals to
Force multiplied by distance.
force multiplied by.
Distance.
Acha, this distance is going to be which distance?
Perpendicular distance.
Perpendicular distance. Are we all clear about this?
Yes.
Okay, can anyone tell me what is the SI unit of force?
And capital N.
And what?
Newton.
Newton. Represented by capital N. Why? Because it is the name of a
Scientist.
scientist. What about the SI unit of distance? Meter. Right? So what is the SI unit of movement? Newton meter. Right? All. This Newton meter. Clear till here? Okay, stop. Moment of force or turning effect of force. Let's observe this important key point. Right here you are observing a fixed point that is known as pivot, and here this free end you are going to apply some amount of force. When I am applying smaller amount of force, you would be observing a smaller moment of force. Whereas when I am applying greater force or larger force, you are observing the turning effect of force produces much more greater. So we can say more the force, more the moment of force will be. Less the force, less the. Alright, so very quickly write this down. More the force, more the moment of force will be. Similarly, less the force applied,
That's the moment of force.
less the
Moment of force.
moment of force will be. Right? Okay, stop. It's not that you only observe moment of force in man-made appliances or devices, but also Allah Ta'ala has blessed you with producing turning effect of force with the help of your joints. For example, you are observing here, this is your elbow, and right here you are observing a turning effect of force produced. Yes or no? Similarly, you have your shoulder joint and you are observing a turning effect of force produced here. Yes? Alright. Similarly, your hip joint and your knee. Right? Okay. Start. So, now that we have covered moment of force, we will be focusing on worksheet. I'll be providing you with worksheet number H. This one consists of 3 questions. Based upon the knowledge that you have just received, you are going to attempt this. For this, I'll be providing you roughly around 5 to 7 minutes. Once you will be done with that, I'll be looking into the answers and give you the feedback. Okay?